Improving reading and writing scores with proven instructional routines. News from the most recent national report card is clear. The current approach to teaching and learning is not working. Reading scores have not improved in the last 20 years, even with the infusion of $20 billion. The same is true for science and social studies scores. And math achievement has stalled, falling further behind the performance of other developed countries. In light of these flatlining scores, we simply must do something different to produce different outcomes. It will require a paradigm shift, one that is student-centered, simpler for teachers to implement, and more engaging than previous practices. That's true for all three of the routines called Writing to Win, created by Dr. Warren Combs. His approach to integrating reading and writing instruction has been helping students outpace state averages year after year. It makes students feel like they are winning at learning. Over the last 3 decades, Dr. Combs has been working with classroom teachers across the country to craft simple and effective student-friendly ways for teaching reading and writing. Here is a brief overview of the resulting resources, each with an online distance learning component. For boosting student achievement on ELA and writing assessments, Applied Grammar Online teaches your students to use mature sentence patterns in their oral and written expression with ease. Instead of simply analyzing sentences, correcting errors, and labeling parts of speech, students practice combining simple sentences into a variety of mature language patterns indicative of proficient and distinguished writers. Each sentence combining lesson provides the oral, kinesthetic, and written practice needed for students to start using more mature sentence patterns naturally in their independent writing. Students simply move a signal in parentheses in front of the sentence it follows, cross out repeated words, and combine, like in a puzzle. There is a lesson like this for practicing the grammatical pattern of every state language standard in grades 1 through 12. Every year, the Classroom Action Research in our client schools tracks and reports student progress and teacher practices the first year of implementation. Here you can see the double-digit gains at S.L. Mason, an urban elementary school, West Middle School, a suburban middle school, and Jenkins and Bainbridge High Schools, 2 rural schools. For boosting student achievement on tests of ELA, reading comprehension, science, and social studies assessments, Writing to Win provides 4 paired text packets per year for students in grades 3 through 12. Each packet contains content-rich texts covering topics in ELA, science, or social studies. Teachers coach students as the packets guide them through 3 30-minute sessions per week for 3 weeks. Differentiated reading comprehension tasks allow students to analyze and report their understanding of the reading passages according to their ability. Students write just as much as they read in each session, and the packets carry them through the writing process as they comprehend and respond to the themes of each text. Some teachers use the packets as a baseline of understanding to launch the study of a writing genre. Other teachers choose to use the packets to close the study of a writing genre and ensure that every student has succeeded in practicing what they have learned about that genre. Again, at nearly every implementation site, we see double-digit gains in the first year. Whether it's urban schools like James E. Bacon Elementary School, suburban schools like William James Middle School, or rural county schools like Bainbridge High School. For boosting student achievement on tests of math, reading, science, and social studies, Writing on Demand uses systematic, critical thinking strategies embedded in their daily lessons to deepen students' knowledge of course content. They serve as short, effective lesson activators or as lesson closes. Teachers report quicker and more substantial engagement throughout each lesson, and students retain knowledge of content standards at a significantly higher rate than they would otherwise, boosting scores on year-end state assessments. You can see the impact of writing on demand on math scores in rural schools like Cedar Elementary, on social studies scores in urban schools like Central Middle School, and on suburban schools like Heritage High School. Every strategy in our solutions is research-based and data-informed. Our routines applied the recommendations of the latest writing research surveys, Writing Next, and Effective Writing Strategies. Each routine fully intertwines reading and writing strategies in every activity. Applied grammar focuses on reading and writing a variety of mature sentences. Writing on demand focuses on reading and writing short content-rich responses to daily lessons or reading passages. And paired text packets focus on differentiated reading comprehension and the writing process in responding to texts in all writing genres. So call us at 706-850-5854 or text us at 706-207-9749 to set up a Zoom presentation of Writing to Win's resources and routines. You can also email us at office@writingtowin.com, or you can visit us at www.writingtowin.com. We look forward to making your students winners at reading, writing, and learning.